Coffee Break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. How are you today? Today I'm super excited because I have a video that's in collaboration with Clinique. Yes, the major makeup brand Clinique, from naked face to full-on glam, using all Clinique products. So I decided to go with a country glam look. And the main focus of this look are three things in particular. The first one is the classic cat eye. The other one is a natural flush on the cheeks. And the star of the show is a bold but classic red lip. So this is my interpretation of a country glam look. Who would have thought Dani doing a country glam look? I kind of like it. I gotta say, I'm a little more country than I thought I was. And before you ask me what is on my lips, because I'm sure you are dying to know, I am actually using three products from Clinique, and they are from their new Clinique Pop Lip Collection. You know what? I love this direction that makeup companies are going towards, that like really pigmented, primer included, long-lasting direction. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we want color. We want color, guys. So no better place to show off a pop of color than on the lips. I love the classic cat eye. I love a natural flush on the cheeks, but I especially love an intense, crazy, humongous pop of color on the lips. So I am really excited to show you guys a step-by-step process, talk-through tutorial on how I created this country glam look. Like always, all of the products will be listed in the order that I used them in the description box below. Again, it is using all Clinique products, and I may have found some new favorites. So look out for my favorites at the end of this month. I'm pretty sure a lot of these products will be included. So if you guys want to see how I got this country glam look, then please keep watching. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're gonna do is do a special combination of products. These two products together are amazing. The first one is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. Okay, totally made that up. And the Clinique Up Lighting Liquid Illuminator. So I take a little bit on the back of my hand along with the illuminator. I mix them together and I bump it on my face, and we're just gonna blend it out with a beauty sponge. With the line smoothing concealer, and this is in about one shade lighter than my skin tone. I want it to hide my panda eyes, but I also want it to slightly brighten up the under eye area. We're not going to be doing a heavily structured or contoured look, but we still want a flawless face. Now what I'm doing is setting my entire face with the Clinique Transparency Neutral. This is the blended face powder. I think I found my new holy grail loose powder, you guys. It's so neutral, look at that. And for ease of use, always use the lid. It's so much easier than to be fighting with like the sifter. Now we're gonna do our brows, and for brows, we're gonna use a couple of products. First thing I'm gonna do is tame these suckers. Then I'm gonna go in with the Superfine liner for brows. Superfine, you guys, like the tip. Look at that little tiny itty bitty baby tip. Isn't that crazy? And then after that, we're going to use the Just Browsing Brush On Styling Mousse. I love this to kind of brush my hair up and give the illusion of more hair, because you guys know I have like no brow hair. One eye, so you guys can have sort of like a comparison as we go along through this tutorial. We're gonna do a very simple cat eye, but when you're going to do a cat eye, even though you're not doing any eyeshadow, you still want to give your eye dimension and shape. So what I like to do is I like to take my favorite quad from Clinique, and this is the Teddy Bear Quad. It's an essential in everybody's collection, or something to the effect. This is like the perfect combination of shadows. All you do is you take any type of fluffy brush. I'm going to take this smaller blending brush, and I'm going to dip it into that very first vanilla shade, and that's going to go all over the eyes, starting at the brow bone all the way down to the lid. And we're going to apply this all over the eye, and this is going to create a blank canvas. Not only will it kind of lift up that brow bone, but it will also make a blank canvas for our liner and our transition shade, which is the only other color that we're using. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I don't know, like an angled brush like this one, just so that it's easier to apply this color. And I'm going to take this shade right here. That's the perfect transition shade for my skin type. And I'm just going to lightly brush that across my lid. And then going in with a blending brush, that same color, we're going to build it in the crease as a transition shade. So even though it's the same color on the lid, since we're going to build it, it will look a little bit different. If you guys can tell, my eyelid looks a lot lighter than my crease, and it's the same color because we're going to build it. So you want to build it to your satisfaction. I want it to look like a no eyeshadow look. So I don't want it to look like I'm wearing too much eyeshadow. I just want my eyes to look awake and bright and lively. Now we're going to take a smudger brush like this one, and that's going to go into this like taupier brown color here. And we're going to smudge that on the lower lash line. We're going to smudge it out first without any eyeliner, and then when I put in my eyeliner, I'll smudge it again just to get a little more dimension. Now for the star of this look, this is going to be our cat eye with the Pretty Easy liquid eyelining pen. You know what, you guys? I didn't think I was gonna like this as much as I do. It is a calligraphy tip, so it's super easy to use, but it also doesn't dry out fast. Don't you guys hate those like liner pens that you do a couple strokes and then it dries out? And if you're like me, where you're really slow at applying your eyeliner, that's super inconvenient. This one actually stays wet the entire time that it takes me to do a cat eye. I probably should stop talking because I'm gonna mess up. So, you guys see how black it is? And I like it because it's a matte black. It's not a shiny or glossy black. That wing took me like 89 hours to do. It was a little crooked, so I had to do it like 3 times. Now what I'm gonna do is take the Quickliner for eyes, just a black pencil, and I'm going to apply that to my tight line and my waterline. Now to finish off the eyes, we're going to take the High Impact Mascara, and we are going to load up our lashes. This is totally up to you, but you want to make sure that you start at the base of your lashes and you curl your way up. So we went ahead and finished the eyes. Super easy look. This is something that you could do like every day. But now the star of the show is the red lip. And we're going to use a couple of new products from Clinique, which is the whole point of this video. But I am going to give you a helpful tip. I know some of you may be scared when you're using a red lip, but here is a cool tip. Do your eyes first, then do your lips, and last do your cheeks. And then you'll know what kind of blush, highlighter, bronzer, and stuff you'll feel comfortable with. Because I know sometimes you're like, oh man, well what blush should I wear? I don't want it to be too crazy in the cheeks and the mouth and, you know, too many bright colors. So do your lips first and figure out the type of red that you're using, and then you can slowly build up your blush and your highlight and make it match accordingly. Another tip to have your red lips last are to take whatever foundation brush or beauty sponge you were using and run that over your lips before your lip liner. It'll even out the skin tone and it will prolong the wear of your lip color. Now we're going to take the Quickliner for lips in Intense Passion. And you guys, if you haven't tried a Clinique lip liner, you're seriously missing out. They last forever on the lips. After you've completely lined the lips, you want to go in with Cherry Pop. This is one of the new Clinique lipsticks, and it is a color and a primer all in one. Look how pretty that color is. I just love red lips. They make me feel like, almost like powerful, you know? It's so empowering. Such a statement color. And if this red lip wasn't enough, we want to add an extra pop. And we're going to use the new Lava Pop Lacquer. Look at this. How cute is that? And we're just going to apply a little bit to the center of my lips. Now that we have our red lip figured out, we want to do a natural flush of color on the cheeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Melon Pop. This is one of the most beautiful peachy blushes that I have ever laid my eyes on. It's just so pretty. And I'm going to apply that to my cheeks. And we're slowly going to build it up until we have the right type of flush for the look that we're going for. But this isn't it, you guys. I have another trick up my sleeve. You guys aren't ready for this. I'm going to show you guys a trick that I do when I do my makeup. So I'm just going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks. And then hold on to your chairs. When you want to add a little bit of dimension to your face without using a bronzer or contour, or without contouring, take a darker blush and use that as a subtle contour. So basically you're using two different colored blushes. You want like the poppier, happier, lighter blush on top towards the apples, and then you want the darker blush towards the cheekbone or hollow of your cheekbone area. I'm going to take Clinique's Defining Nudes. This is a cheek contouring palette, and I really like this palette because it gives me three options. I can mix them together and use it as one blush. I could use this darker shade over here. Look at how pretty this is. Isn't that stunning? I could use that as almost like a subtle contour. And then, like I was talking to you about the two blushes, and then I can take this lighter shade as a highlight. So I'm just going to focus on the dark color. And I'm just going to apply that slightly below. Do you guys see that difference? Let me finish doing it, and then you guys are gonna be like, what? So look at the difference between this cheek and this cheek. Do you see? It's so subtle, but it really makes a difference. So that's why it's important sometimes to have combination palettes like these, because you have a lot of options. Now go in with the lightest shade in this little palette, and we're going to kind of sort of highlight a little bit. This isn't one of those really like really shimmery highlights. It's basically one that's just going to bring light to the high points of my face. There's no glitter in it, basically. So that is it for this look. What do you guys think? Super country glam, right? So how did you guys like this country glam look? I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like always, all of these products will be listed in the description box below. But not only that, if you guys want to transform your look into a look similar to this, do not forget to click on the link in the description box below. You guys know that description box is your answer to everything. Everything will be listed in that description box below, so make sure that you check there first. Thank you so much, Clinique, for allowing me to participate in this collaboration, and thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, if you found this video useful,